Well, the Kim Ye drama doesn't seem to end. Truth be told, sometimes it's far too entertaining for us to even want it to end. Though the two seem to be equally responsible parents, they sometimes take turns into who wants to be in a bigger limelight than the other. Not necessarily in a good way. As it turns out, despite Kim and North sharing a TikTok account, it seems as if Kim Ye's eldest seems to take more after her dad, going as far as dressing as the graduation bear back on Halloween. So if you want to keep up with the Kardashians, what exactly is happening with the billionaire family? Let's take a look. For a while, North has been quite vocal about what seems to be her preference towards her father, mentioning how she prefers his work, his place, and the fact that there doesn't seem to be any need for a personal nanny, chef, or any services really when North is with Kanye. In the words of North herself, her dad has it all figured out.
Dad is the best. He has it all figured out. He doesn't have a nanny. He doesn't have a chef. He doesn't have security. He lives in an apartment and she'll start crying.
Don't get me wrong, I'm sure Kim is appreciative and thankful that her baby daddy takes good care of their daughter, but she seems to be rather frustrated that North doesn't seem to admire Kim the way she admires Kanye. In fact, Kim has admitted in the past that being a mom is the hardest business of all, even finding herself crying before she goes to bed over the challenges of being a single mom.
There are nights I cry myself to sleep, like, what just happened?
Following her appearance on the On Purpose with Jay Shetty podcast, some consider there's quite a bit of shade being thrown at Kanye due to his absence in their children's lives. Kim went on to say,
with all the moods and the personalities, and sometimes they're fighting and there's no one there, like it's me to play good cop and bad cop. That is definitely a challenge when, something I'm working on is being a little bit firmer.
Though she has expressed gratitude for the extra help she's able to afford, countless nannies, chefs, and security, some criticize her for even complaining about the extra help. Truth be told, I don't doubt it's hard being a parent, regardless of all the extra help you may have, so I'll cut her some slack there. That said, Kanye seems fairly involved in North's life, so if you ask me, the shade seemed a little unnecessary, but that's just my opinion. That said, people continue slamming Kim K left and right.
Too, I am in the trenches. I mean, I'm the one doing all the daily stuff all the time.
Another thing people have been consistently critical of when it comes to Kim's relationship with North is her, quite frankly, blatant attempts to have North become a little superstar, to a point where it feels almost distasteful. If she wants to be a superstar when she's older, then have at it. Till then, let the little girl be. Back to North, since she's been vocal about preferring staying with Kanye over staying with Kim, it seems as though Mr. West himself has taken matters into his own hands, taking in North to spend some quality time with his biggest fan in none other than Dubai, which leads us to the next part. As it turns out, rumors of Kanye divorcing Bianca Censori have been surfacing, especially since the rap mogul has been spotted without his wedding ring, which is a little sketchy to be fair, but wedding rings, or lack thereof, are not always too telling. Plus, it seems as though Bianca has been a little MIA, with little to no public sighting with her man, which obviously stirs the pot quite a bit more. However, we believe that Kanye was being a responsible father and taking the time to spend some one-on-one time with his daughter, which is honestly needed at times. Let the two have some bonding time, without basically destroying Kanye's marriage and creating false narratives in the process. Anyhow, rest assured, Bianca and Kanye seem to be going strong with their marriage. They just made the effort to spend some time with their loved ones. Kanye with North in Dubai, while Bianca seemed to be in Melbourne with friends and family. And if you need the extra reassurance, Bianca recently landed in Dubai, the two quickly resuming their romance following their time apart soon after North returned to Kim's home. However, while the two seem to be loved and cozied up together on their trip, according to Us Weekly, a close source apparently revealed that Bianca's impromptu trip to Dubai was prompted following an ultimatum by Kanye, who told his boo that if she wasn't planning on visiting him, he was done. Pretty tough, if you ask me. Regardless, it certainly looks like their marriage is nowhere near the rocks, at least from an outside perspective, of course. So where does that leave reality star Kim Kardashian? Rumor has it that Kim seems to be going through a whirlwind of her own. If you're out of the loop, there's some pretty strong talk about Kim being involved with Odell Beckham Jr., but everything is pretty hush-hush and under wraps as of right now. Given the nature of her celebdom, Kim is usually pretty open about her personal life, having a reality show and all that. This particular relationship, though, seems to be an exception. Mind you, Odell only recently ended his engagement with his former fiancée, Lauren Wood, whom he has an almost 2-year-old baby with. As of right now, they seem to be extremely casual, as their involvement has been limited to just hanging out. Like we said, it's all very hush-hush, as seen in this recent interview with GQ. She doesn't seem too keen on revealing who she's seeing these days.
Hey, is Kim Kardashian going on dates these days, asking for a friend? I don't know. I wouldn't answer that here.
Keep in mind, after Kim's very public relationship with Pete Davidson, she eventually decided to return to her mid-2000s party girl era. Seems like the single mom life isn't hitting her too hard now, is it? Truth be told, after that whole debacle, I would have probably wanted to stay off the grid for a little bit too. That was horrifying. This might mean that ultimately, Odell and Kim are just indeed hanging out, with no serious implications at all. In fact, she is reportedly committed to staying single for at least 2 years, but has a manifest list of qualities that she's seeking for her next serious relationship. But despite her current desire to stay single, the heart wants what the heart wants. And according to several sources, Kim's heart seems to be all over Odell. Although Kim is reportedly smitten with the NFL player, Odell is adamant about keeping the relationship hush-hush. And while Kim is used to having her private life dished out to the public, she seems to be playing by his rules. Reportedly, Odell is too focused on his career, doesn't want to see his life, professional or otherwise, affected by his current relationship. No photos, no red carpets, no nothing. A little harsh, especially considering who Kim Kardashian is and what she does for a living. He probably should have thought of that before starting to hang out with Kim K. As expected, people had some thoughts about Odell and Kim spending time together. Once again, though, this isn't the end of it. Odell is, according to Life and Style magazine, deadly afraid of the Kardashian curse. If you're unfamiliar with the curse, here's a quick refresher. Recently gaining notoriety on TikTok, the Kardashian curse, according to the Daily Mail, is a theory that every man who gets romantically involved with one of the Kardashian-Jenner sisters suffers a fall from grace, that the men they leave in their wake will fall subject to scandal and personal turmoil, all of which will be pulled apart by millions of devoted reality fans. Of course, the Kardashians have slammed the theory and labeled it as super sexist, and that might very well be the case. Having said that, we can't really blame Odell for wanting to be extra cautious. And honestly, I even find it commendable that he wants to keep their relationship private. It might even be an interesting change of pace for Kim, if the relationship is actually not limited to just hanging out. Plus, Life and Style magazine recently revealed that her friends joke she manifested Odell because he's her type to a T. He's a decade younger, but Kim's totally open to seeing where this goes. To be quite honest, we're quite curious to see where this goes too, especially how different this situation is from the previous men Kim has seen in the past. Nevertheless, while Kim seems to be playing by Odell's rules for the time being, she's apparently incredibly pressed about not being able to post too much about her current boo. Let's not forget though, these are just rumors for now. We're gonna have to wait and see how this plays out. But what do you think? Do you think Kim K and Odell are just hanging out, or is there something more there? Will he be the new addition to the Kardashian family? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video.